Hello everyone and welcome back to the workshop. So in this video I would like to introduce you to the heavy hammer upgrade kit that we are now selling over at our website blacksmithingblanks.com. The link for that will be down in the description down below. This is a upgrade to our already very popular treadle hammer kit that we also sell over there, and that is what you see here. Not only do we have a upgrade to the base model treadle hammer kit that has an air assist, so you can use it with just the touch of an air pedal like so, but now we also have a heavy hammer. This heavy hammer comes weighing in right at 42 pounds. The whole setup here ends up weighing right around 42 pounds. And the really cool and slick feature of this kit by its design is that we are able to take and have an interchangeable die system with this now. This is something that was largely requested, highly requested in the blacksmithing community, was for us to come up with a interchangeable die system, and I'm proud to take and present to you what I've come up with. So this uses a new die system, an interchangeable die system, where you can use either forged dies or you can fabricate your dies in these, but it uses a wedge and keep method to retain the dies into the hammerhead and also to take and retain it in the bottom die block that will go on your anvil. Everything is set up for a 1" by 1" square hardy stem for a hardy tool, so you can maybe even get away with using some of your hardy tooling that you may already have in your shop and be able to use it and work it underneath the treadle hammer now, which should be nice and slick for most of you. With the new treadle hammer kit, we also upgraded the springs. We have 3 springs now instead of 1. We needed all that extra lifting power because, again, this is quite heavy. To go over some of the key features, this is a very easily put together kit. You can bolt, everything is bolt together. You can choose to grind slots in it and weld it at a later date if you want to weld this up solid, but it is set up so anybody in their garage can assemble this kit even without a welder. I'll put an asterisk there. The dies, you will either have to fabricate the dies yourself or have somebody fabricate them for you, or you will have to forge your own dies like you would forge your dies for your hardy hole of your anvil, and you will need to make sure that that has a 1" by 1" hardy stem that's 2 inches long in order to take and work with the kit. All that is covered and more in the assembly video of this that you will get when you purchase one of these kits, so I won't go into too much detail there. So what can you do with this kit? Well, not only can you use old-fashioned manual power with leg power like so to do your hitting, but you can also use an air pedal as well if you have the air upgrade. Just like so. Easy peasy. It really makes forging a breeze and a lot of fun. As you can see, I've got some simple drawing dies on here, just made out of some 1" round bar stock. I also have flat dies that I put in this to take and do all sorts of other things, chasing and, you know, well, just flat forging and any other type of tooling like that. The max capacity on this kit of forging and diameter bar stock, I am going to set at about 1" thick material. Now that's a 1" by 1" square bar stock. Now, that being said, it is possible for you to take and forge on much larger material using smaller tooling. So stuff that has a smaller surface area of contact, this will be able to power right through. Like in the case of having these nice big rounding dies on here, these nice big fullering dies, you would be able to take and maybe put the troughs in on, say, a rounding hammer. This would be a perfect setup to do that, to take and pinch that material down on a rounding hammer, or to spread the cheeks with a drift stuck in it, just as an example. So even though the hammer itself, it may be 2 inches around diameter, you can make smaller surface area cross sections and get away with forging a little bit bigger stock. But as far as draw out capacity to draw out material, you are looking at about 1 inch square at its maximum. Now, is this a power hammer? Let's answer that question. Let's get the elephant out of the room. No, this is not a power hammer. This is a foot operated or air cylinder operated swing arm treadle hammer. So it is a treadle hammer, so it is a manual hammer, so it is not meant for you to beat out, 1,000 foot of, fence pickets with it. Although you could, it's going to be a lot slower than a mechanical hammer or a hammer that was designed for that. That's an actual power hammer. Where this thing really shines is when you need to take and make those one-hit wonders out there. That one blow, right? On something, right? You can get that head bouncing and hit one blow on something. This is a perfect option for that. Or again, you could come in here and that could be a touch mark, right? You can use your foot or your leg to take and, punch a touch mark into a piece, or use it for chisel work, chasing work, punching work, like punching the eyes of hammers, things of that nature. This will be a great option for that. I think this is a great intermediary option in between stepping up to a much larger, much more expensive option like an inline treadle hammer or something like a tire hammer, or maybe even another type of power hammer like an Yang or a Big Blue or something like that. This is a good economical option for you to get introduced to the world of power forging. So I hope you guys like this hammer. Let me know your comments and your questions down in the comment section down below. God bless each and every last one of you, and go check out one of these kits for yourself.